Hmm.
Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside J Dawg.
Mike, it's good to see you. Anything going on in your world?
I'm getting my second shot on Thursday. Is that what we're going for? I'm almost free.
Yeah, we were just talking. You know, every podcast has 5 minutes of off-air banter before we start recording, and Mike is living his best life. The Roaring '20s have begun in West Hollywood or wherever you are now.
We're in like Echo Park. We're on the east side.
Chevezerbean.
Yeah, Chevezerbean. It's wild here. It's finally we're opening up, and now it's weird because I feel like I'm in a bubble. And when the news breaks that we're opening back up June 15th, no one else is like real. Everybody's been open. It is just LA that has never been open. Mm-hmm. So we're getting set free finally by the terrible governor of California, and it feels good. But when I visited Florida, which you were in, you're free. You've never been on lockdown at all, literally.
No, everything's open. Bars, restaurants, economy, everything's wide open. And it's just up to you to have your own risk tolerance. I'm not big on the risk tolerance. I don't want it. It's going to be a badge of honor when I can say I went 14 months living nomadically without it. I just have to get there a few more weeks, and then we'll be full efficacy, as they say.
We're so close, and I'm so excited finally getting that shot. Hopefully I don't get sick. I've heard a lot of people get sick, but hopefully I don't. I'm not one of them.
And you could still get COVID after you're fully vaccinated. That's possible.
Okay, but it won't be as bad. It would be like a sniffle.
No
right?
hospital. No hospital for hospital. You. You'll live your life.
Let's talk some football. The biggest news of the week: Sam Darnold. Now
it's big. I just want to do bullshit or believe with it.
I know, but real quick, I didn't look back, but if somebody wants to listen back to some of our podcasts in the beginning of the year when Sports Udamus was around, did somebody predict Sam Darnold moving? Because I didn't go back yet, and I asked you last night. I'm like, did we predict this? Because I felt like this was spot on. Like somebody hit this right.
Oh, well, I didn't say it, and I don't listen to what you say, so I can't say if either one of us said it.
All right, let's play Bullshit or Believe. Bullshit or Believe time. Bullshit or Believe time. Bullshit or Believe.
So the Jets traded Sam Darnold to the Panthers for not a lot of great picks. It's like a second-round pick next year, a sixth-round pick this year, and like that's it. So it wasn't a big haul for a guy who was number 3 overall not long ago when he went to the Jets. The year there was like Baker Mayfield, Josh Rosen, and somehow Josh Allen turned out to be the best quarterback of the bunch. And Lamar Jackson was the same draft too. People forget about him. Those are the two we didn't expect to be good, and they are.
So when this happened, then you immediately, all these things come out about how Miami did exactly the same thing as the Jets did. They dumped Adam Gase. They got rid of their quarterback for picks. I think this is a good move for Sam Darnold. I think he's going to be maybe what Ryan Tannehill did to Tennessee, maybe get a little energy going. I think what Sam Darnold, did you see the like TikTok or whatever of a video of him celebrating him leaving the Jets and becoming a Panther? So I think
was it real?
It was real. He like walked in and have balloons and cake and beers.
It was like a free agent signing, but it's actually a trade.
Yeah, I feel like when you're a Jet, it's kind of a depressing thing and you're not excited to be there. Now, there was ups and downs, right? Like if you saw all the great plays he did, sometimes you're like, okay, I could believe in this. Like at the end of the season, they won a game and obviously now they're, second place, not first place in the loser pool. But this might be good for him. So I'm excited for Sam Darnold because this could be another good quarterback. And then I feel bad for Teddy.
Your boy Teddy. I agree. It's a Sam Darnold wins the trade more than either team wins the trade. To go from the quarterback ruiner Adam Gase to one of the best quarterback whisperers we have right now is on the Panthers, Mike. It's Joe Brady. He's their offensive coordinator. He was Joe Burrow's offensive coordinator at LSU, and then he got hired by the Panthers. So they're just waiting to work a quarterback, and they looked at the draft, and they said, well, we know they're going 1, 2, 3 because we recapped what the 49ers are doing last week. The Panthers are picking 8th, so it was unlikely one of the good ones would fall to them. Maybe the last quarterback available, the 5th one, like Mac Jones or Trey Lance, falls to him. That wasn't going to be a great version either. So what happens? They go out and they make the trade. Sam Darnold, Mel Kiper today. I was watching ESPN. I only watched during draft season, and Mel Kiper said if Sam Darnold was in this year's draft, he'd be the 3rd quarterback taken. He'd be taken 3rd overall, yet the Panthers got him for a 6th-round pick and a 2nd-round pick next year.
And Sam Darnold, pretty young which I was surprised by because it felt like he's been in the league for years being terrible, but he's only 23, which is great. He can still.
Is he that young?
He's 23 years old. So
why are they giving up on him? That's my question. Like, I know Gase ruined him, and I know they want to clear the way for the rookie quarterback, but what if Darnold's better than the rookie this year?
But you got to think about it as an owner, right? Okay, we're the owners of the Jets.
We're rich. We're football owners.
Yeah, we got 3 years with this guy. How do you continue on with somebody that was so bad after 3 years? Because it's almost the same thing if you hire somebody to do like the clean your house, let's say, and they came for 3 years in a row, and every time you're like, God damn it, like Jeremy just cleaned the toilet and the shower, and for 3 years he never cleaned the toilet and the shower. You'd be like, all right, I think it might be time to get somebody.
But if you brought in one of the best cleaning mentors around and said, watch how you should clean the shower, and then you let me clean the shower after being around that best teacher, maybe I would clean the shower so amazing you would think, wow, he's the best shower cleaner I could ever have.
I'm just gearing you up for when you're in town because you're going to have to clean the shower. Okay.
I'll clean the shower. I don't mind that. So the question for Bullshit or Believe, Sam Darnold finds success in Carolina. Bullshit or believe?
I believe. Carolina was like weirdly okay last year. Like, I don't know if it was just Teddy, the excitement of him covering games and being close in the game. Felt like they had good defense. They still have Christian McCaffrey, right? They didn't trade him away. I felt like that was a little rumor that they were going to get rid of him. That was a little
Deshaun Watson rumor. Yeah, so they have the weapons on offense. They lost Curtis Samuel, but they still have DJ Moore, who's good. They have Robbie Anderson, I think. They had the 8th overall pick to hopefully grab an offensive lineman to protect him. I agree. I believe Sam Darnold wins games in Carolina. They're going to be better than Atlanta in the division, and it's a tough division. So are they better than New Orleans? Probably not. Are they better than Tampa? No. But it's going the right direction. They're going to be more exciting than they would have been with your boy, Teddy Bridgewater.
So where does Teddy go? Because then I thought, okay, Teddy's not bad. He's like a decent quarterback. Maybe he wasn't, I don't know, coming back from like knee surgery. Like it felt like his journey to become a starting quarterback. And it was very like a mediocre, like, oh yeah, we're just going to start him. You replaced Cam Newton. But he was like a starter, hurt his leg, then came back and all this stuff to get there. Now, where does he go? Because I feel like a lot of people can use Teddy, but it almost seems like they might just hold on to him for a year and then trade him away.
I don't know if a lot of people can use Teddy. We're reaching a point where most teams are spoken for at the quarterback position. Question their motive, sure. What are the Bears doing with Andy Dalton? But they're doing it, so they don't need Teddy. And there's a lot of teams like that. Plus, we know there's 5 quarterbacks going at the top of the draft, so I don't think Teddy has a big market. I know he's allowed to look for a trade. I bet he comes back, like you said, and says, hey, I have nowhere to go. Let's run this back as a backup this year.
Why did the Bears stick with they announced Dalton was going to be the starter, right? That was like the most random thing in the like what's going on?
They came out defending that decision, saying that's the guy we targeted in free agency. He's the guy we wanted all along. It's just atrocious. Along the same lines as draft season, another bullshit or believe for you. Mike, bullshit or believe the Patriots will trade up from 15th overall to select a franchise quarterback in the draft, which is 3 weeks from today.
Oh, 3 weeks. Okay. I had no idea it was in 3 weeks, but
it's coming.
I don't think they're a team that trades up to get somebody, right? They're not going to reach for somebody, but they just waited around last year for Cam Newton just to see if he was there. I think they're just kind of waiting and seeing an opportunity to jump on. I don't see him trading up. Who would they get? Like, how far up do they have to get? Right? Didn't the 49ers just trade up? They got they're what, 6 now?
They are 3rd. The Dolphins are 6th. So let's recap it. So the Jaguars are 1. It's Trevor Lawrence. It's locked in. At number 2, the Jets traded Sam Darnold. So now we know for sure they're taking a quarterback. It's going to be Zach Wilson from BYU, the second coming of Steve Young. Maybe. We'll see. Poor Zach for sure. God. Number 3, the 49ers made the big trade with the Dolphins to move up to select a quarterback. Sorry, Jimmy G. It's like all your guys are getting shifted around here.
I know.
So the Niners are going to have a quarterback. We don't know exactly who. A lot of people say it's going to be Alabama's Mac Jones, but then a lot of people say he's not worth the 3rd overall pick, and it should be Justin Fields from Ohio State. So we don't know who it is. We know it's going to be a quarterback. The Falcons pick 4th. We don't think they're going to take a quarterback because they have Matt Ryan under contract. You want them to take a quarterback, they have Matt Ryan. So do they trade out? Do they trade with the Patriots? Or do they take a quarterback and there's only one left? The Bengals pick 5th. Joe Burrow, he's staying there. The Dolphins pick 6th. Tua, he's staying there. The Patriots would have to move up to 7, would be the less the least amount of spots that they could trade up for to grab a quarterback at 7th overall. I think they make the move. I believe it. I think they're not going into another season with Cam Newton. I'll bet you money on that, Mike, if you want. They saw Cam Newton just like we did. I don't know why they gave him $14 million, but I love conspiracy theories. And my thought, the reason that they gave Cam Newton $14 million is only so they could attract other free agents to make it appear that they had a team in place. Because Cam Newton's popular with NFL players. And they signed all these dudes. Okay. But the truth of it is they're going to go draft a quarterback, probably 7th overall, maybe 4th overall. He's going to change the franchise, hopefully be the next Tom Brady for them. And Cam Newton's the backup to this rookie quarterback.
I kind of like the conspiracy. I'm digging the trade. Okay, so we would have to say most likely if Patriots are going to do anything, they could go to the 7th spot or go to the 4th or 5th spot, right? With the Falcons.
They got to go top 7 if they want a quarterback. And I say they do want a quarterback, and that's my Sportstradamus. We had predictions at all time of year, Mike, and I'm adding it here in early April that they will trade up and select the next time.
So on a lot of the gambling websites, you can select the order of people that are drafting. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should place some bets there because I would love to see that. Because if you hit it, I think it's a lot of money if you actually hit it correctly. Like and you also match it up like maybe who they draft or the order of players drafted. It's fun.
That's probably the only thing. So maybe say like quarterback number 4, knowing the Falcons will trade out, and people are like, well, the Falcons don't need a quarterback, so that's how you make some value money there.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, I got one. Okay, this is a random one because we talked about it last week. It was the Michael Rapaport thing, and then right after we got done, Kevin Durant's like private messages with Michael Rapaport came out. And then my only question is, it was a bullshit or believe one. Should Kevin Durant be suspended or fined? He got fined for these private messages to Michael Rapaport.
No, why do you even get fined for them?
They were pretty vulgar. They're
private messages.
I know, but I don't even think we send messages like that to each other.
But they're private. They weren't meant to be published. Rappaport screenshots and publishes them. Like that's not how this works. Like, was he threatening him? Probably not. I didn't see him all. Was he threatening? Like, was it a crime? Was it like sexual harassment?
I think he's just like, you're a bitch ass boy, like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think you should be fined for that. Maybe you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't be fined for it. I thought it was funny. He went on Undisputed yesterday and he was like crying.
No, he wasn't.
He's literally crying. And then this is real, Mike. Our mutual friend who we talk about on the show a lot is neighbors or used to be neighbors with Michael Rapaport, as you know. And you know that their dogs are friends at the dog park, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're friends. Michael Rapaport's dog is friends with our mutual friend.
Oh, no.
Michael Rapaport went on Undisputed yesterday. I kid you not. He's talking to Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, and he's crying. You got to watch the clip. He's crying. And he goes, I go to the dog park, and they won't even play with my dog anymore. He was like doing this whole sob story. And I'm like, our mutual friend, who is only friends with Michael Rapaport at the dog park, let him down and is now on Kevin Durant's side and is not even talking to him at the dog park anymore. It's a sad story.
Our mutual friend should really send out a DM in support of Michael Rapaport. Just
a DM.
Yeah, just send a little DM, but like, I got your back, bro. Something
we know
like
Michael Rapaport reads his DMs. He takes them to heart, and he that's the way to contact him.
Isn't that? Oh God, I can't even imagine how many DMs and messages he got that day. With I didn't know anything about it. Last week I had no idea. And then it just kept going on like, oh, Kevin Durant's involved in this now.
I don't know much about it either. It's crazy. I have one more bullshitter believe for you because it involves Los Angeles. The Gonzaga UCLA game, Saturday night, Final Four, the buzzer beater off the back rim from almost half court, Mike. Was it the best college basketball game ever?
Didn't watch it. I saw a clip of the guy. Probably that's what they're saying. Best game ever. It will be a highlight to go down in history, right, Jeremy? That's what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It was epic. It really was. I got to watch the second half. I don't watch much college basketball. You come in late March, early April, you watch 3 games, you call it a season. And that's exactly what I did.
That's great. Yeah.
And I was watching the second half of that game. UCLA couldn't miss a shot. They were putting it to Gonzaga. And then in the end, the Gonzaga dude makes it from almost half court. It was pretty epic. They are saying it's like the best or one of the best college basketball games ever.
Well, this year. At least next year.
Ever.
Oh,
literally
ever. Okay.
Was that good? It's like 93-90. You never see that in college basketball.
Yeah. All right. I'll try to watch them. It's not over yet, right? I've not been watching any basketball.
Very over. It's very over. Baylor won the national championship.
No.
Yes, it's over.
Oh my God. I haven't watched anything. It's been bad. I've been just trying to, I've been leaving the house. I'm just getting out. No watching TV. I'm free now. I'm free.
You know what they say? The TV ratings, the streaming companies are all going to suffer from this summer, the Roaring 20s, because everyone's going out to do things.
We're not going to be home anymore. I have some Big Dick Energy.
Cool.
Big Dick Energy, winner of the week.
So I have two BDEs. I have Tom Brady. His rookie card just sold for $2.25 million. I regret never getting into cards. I think they're kind of silly, but I do have a stockpile of Pokemon that I will be selling soon. Do you have any baseball cards? I know you have some baseball cards.
I have a ton. I have binders. I'm at my parents' house now. Like, are these now worth something? Because in the past they haven't been.
You should get them. You should go get them graded, and you could literally you might be a millionaire and not know it. Literally a millionaire.
Well, all the cards that are worth something are cards that also don't exist somewhere. They're all like one-offs, right?
No. So this was a card. It was one of 99 cards.
Oh my gosh.
So you might.
You
might have some of those. Yeah,
they're like 20 feet away. I've got binders.
All right, you take some pictures later. Some like you got to get. I guess you got to get the rookie cards. You got to get some like gems. Yeah. I don't know what they look like.
Mostly baseball. I definitely have some football cards. So I really hope I have one of the 99 Brady's.
Football not going as hot. I don't think. I'm glad Brady's going. But baseball's
going hot.
Oh, baseball's hot. Baseball and basketball. You just got to get into it. Baseball cards are hot. Basketball cards are super hot. You can't even buy a pack now, like a brand new pack from the store. Like I can go to the store and buy a pack, but I think they're about $500 for 20 cards.
Like currently, like regular cards are that much?
Brand new cards. Yeah, this is like.
How did this happen? Did the supply and demand like outweigh each other?
I went to a shop because I was like, okay, I know I have Pokemon cards. Pokemon was really big in the summer, and then I went and I said, okay, let me go out to a few of these shops. So I went into a shop, bought some Pokemon cards, but I was asking about NBA, NHL, stuff like that. NHL cards worth nothing. I have a ton of NHL cards. They're basically trash. Baseball, basketball, huge. NFL, kind of up there. So this is obviously not NFT status, but you can get some good money for it. And I would just do it now before everything goes digital. You can make some money. This is like a huge. There's even websites. I have an app on my phone, and you can buy cards live. It's like a home shopping network version, but of selling Pokemon cards. I got sucked in for a little while. I was buying Pokemon cards on there. It's really bad. But you can do it, and I think you should sell your cards. So
I'll definitely sell them. I'm not using them. Can I get them graded easily? Is there like an app I can take a picture of them?
It's not easy. You got to send it in. You got to get it PSA graded, and they put it in like one of those little frames. It's a whole bunch of work. But if it's like mint condition, and this is like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, you can get millions for it. Like a 9 out of 10. This one I think was a 9 out of 10. The Tom Brady card.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah,
I hope I have some of those rookie cards.
I hope you do
those
too.
Are the good ones. Yeah. We'll put them toward the sports hangover, of course.
Yeah, of course.
My big dick energy is we have arrived in Augusta, Georgia. It is Masters Week.
Oh, Masters. Okay.
Play the soothing music, Mike, please, because big dick energy this week. It's our.
Is this it? Is this the
soothing music? It's kind of jazz music, maybe. Yeah, cigar lounge. Okay. It's our first Masters in April in 2 years since 2019. The azaleas are blooming. Last year's Masters moved from April to November. It was frozen. It was cold. We didn't even have flowers. It's been 2 years since we've seen flowers at Augusta National, and they're back. The course is going to be playing tough and firm. They want it to be a tough Masters this year in the return to April. And, of course, pour one out for our boy, Tiger Woods, who cannot be there, who's still recovering at home following the car accident. That was 6 weeks ago now. We have no updates on how he's doing. Just like I told you, super secretive operation at the Tiger Woods camp. So we don't have a clue what his outcome is, how his prognosis is, but he's not around in Augusta this week.
So give me some bets, because I always like the bets. We've never hit any over the last few years when I say, hey, Give me like 3 guys to bet on. We haven't hit some. We got really
we literally won the U.S. Open bet when I was with you in September when Bryson DeChambeau won the U.S. Open. So that was a few months ago.
Okay, well, I got to put bigger money. So this year, give me your top 3 guys.
Well, my guy Bryson, first and foremost, he's going to try to bomb it over some trees, take some angles we haven't seen. He's the one bulking up. He's the one who's gained a lot of size and speed to hit the ball far. He's going to shorten the holes, hit wedges in. That's going to be good on the fast, firm greens. Okay. Number 2, Jordan Spieth is back. He won his first tournament in like 5 years last week. And you always want a guy who's playing hot coming to the Masters. So those are 2 favorites I like.
So underdogs with Jordan Spieth. What was his he was hot, young kid, and then kind of dipped for a few years. What happened in those few years? Was like a mental? Like, did he like a little?
So mental. And I don't even blame him. Golf, Mike, it's torn you up. It's torn me up mentally. And we're not playing for millions of dollars. Just imagine the stakes.
So I went golfing last Monday. Just a quick 9-hole right before the sun was going down. Out there playing with some random friend of a friend. He was there with my friend. And he is so mental in the game. He's just getting into it. And he's like, come on, get loose. And he's like swinging it right before he hits it. It seems like if you're 2 in your head, you're never going to hit the ball. By the end of it, I didn't care anymore. I had a beer in me. I was hitting that ball like I've never hit it before. It is the most mental and the least mental. If you don't think about it, I felt like the balls were just flying off. I felt the flow of it all. So don't think about it. That's what my thing is. At least
I'm so excited to hear that you're hitting the ball well. I too have resorted to drinking instead of carrying on the golf course. It's helped me most of the time. It is a bell curve.
Carrying? Like what's that slang that you just
instead of caring? Like I don't care.
Oh, carrying. I thought you were like carrying. I'm like, oh, you just you have somebody there.
It's a bell curve. Like you reach the 4 beers at the top, and if you go down to 5 beers, you're coming down the backside, and it's not so good. That's when it gets sloppy, just like the beginning when you cared too much. We've seen 4 beers or so. Yeah, we've seen that. We're gonna see it again in June, I think. We'll put you on display with a lot of beers. So that's great. I'm happy to hear it. Back to the Masters.
Yes, the Masters.
I'm just pumped. I was thinking of some underdogs, and one would be Will Zalatoris. I think he would be an underdog to think about. I don't have other underdogs prepared, and that's a miss on my part.
Text me before it starts Thursday, right?
Yeah, we won't tell the listeners, but I'll text you.
No, we can put it up on Instagram or something. We can. Oh, you know what? We'll put a blog up. Get to the people to the sportshangover.com.
You know what we'll do? We'll put it in this episode description. It's a gem. It's like an Easter egg hidden in the description. If you read our description, and you're already listening, so all you have to do is go to the description right now. There are 2 sleepers who you should put like $10 on, and if they win the Masters, you're going to win like $400.
Yeah, PayPal us the winnings.
Yes, please.
That'd be good. I have one other big dick energy. Or did you want to continue on about the Masters? I know.
It's Pebble Beach and the Masters, and the best thing is how pretty it is. You got to watch it, Mike. Carve out Sunday afternoon. Okay. Let's call it noon Pacific time. Okay. Tell Erin you got plans for 3 hours, and you got to watch.
She's leaving town. She's gone. I'm home alone. I'm home alone.
This is perfect.
I know.
Home alone. Let some people over, but only if they're going to watch golf with you. Okay. You got to watch it, and it's not the back 9. Don't even call it that, Mike. In Augusta, it's called the second 9.
Oh, they're such fancy people.
And you know what they say? This is a real saying from a golf writer who's probably dead because it was so long ago. He said, the Masters doesn't begin until the second 9 on Sunday.
Okay.
So whatever happens on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday morning when you're getting your chores done, it doesn't matter. Watch the last 9 holes on Sunday and you'll be in for a treat.
Now, do you think, this is just a betting strategy, if our guys are poorly performing on a Friday, do I double down on Saturday? Think maybe they come back, like get a little better odds on our guys? What do you think about that?
We don't like that. Golf is definitely a momentum game. You kind of are who you are once you show up for the week. I used to have a lot of inside access to those things. Yeah. Kind of watching the range on Monday night and see who's hitting the ball well. Definitely don't have that anymore. So I can't help you out in that.
Okay. One other big dick energy, a lot of big dick energies this week. Yeah. This one's an exciting one. The Kings are offering Bitcoin as salary payment. So they're offering all their players, you're allowed to get a portion or all of your salary in Bitcoin. which is great.
It's happening more and more across sports. We saw the football player got a signing bonus. Russell Okung got a signing bonus, I think, from the Panthers in Bitcoin.
Yep.
And I think his signing bonus when he first got paid was worth 13 million. And like 3 weeks later, after Bitcoin surged, it was worth 21 million.
Yeah. So I love it. I think for anybody that has, I mean, this is not financial advice. Don't listen to me. If you have like money that's
legal disclaimer.
Yeah. Don't listen to me.
Okay.
If you have money sitting in like a account that's literally doing nothing and getting 0.01 interest, put it in fucking Bitcoin and you can earn some money on it. You can earn a little interest. You can do it into a stable coin and you can get paid 13% interest on a stable USD coin. So I have a big chunk of money in a stable coin, and I'm earning 13% interest on my money that just sits there. It's safe. It's not going up or down. And that's the way they do it. And Bitcoin's great. I'm glad everybody's doing it. You can get interest on that too.
This is also not financial advice. Yeah. Didn't know I had to clarify it, but now I do.
Hey, just in case. I've been listening to a lot of financial podcasts and they say a lot.
Well, you're right, because Portnoy always says it when he's giving out his stock advice. So he must face the wrath in the past from it. GBTC, just buy it in your trading account. Okay, and it just grows and grows just like Bitcoin.
It's not the same. It's totally different. But
same but different, and it's tied to the success of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin price goes up, your GBTC stock goes up.
But the nice thing about my thing, if you own real Bitcoin, you can earn interest on your Bitcoin just sitting there. So your GBTC, whatever crap stock that is.
Hey, you don't have to say crap.
The Bitcoin actually earns interest. You can do things with it. You can buy NFTs if you want. If you change it into Ethereum, you can do it all.
And the great thing about mine is you don't need to understand what Bitcoin is to reap the benefits of Bitcoin.
All right, let's do some Scandal City. Where's Scandal City? I got it somewhere. There it is.
Time to dig up the dirtiest stories around the sport world in this week's Scandal City.
So we haven't done Scandal City in a while.
Really?
I don't feel like we haven't hit that button in a long time. We haven't had a lot of scandals going on. I think this might be. I don't even know what to call this. Did you see Paul Pierce go on IG Live with strippers and playing poker in the background, which is nothing wrong with that. That might happen on bachelor parties. That might just happen. But you can't do it when you work for Disney. And you can't do it when you work for Disney and also have a show on ESPN. Not going to fly. He's very casual, just hanging out. I saw it live. I actually saw Instagram. And I was very confused by it all.
There's a lot of nudity there, Mike.
Then all of a sudden, now he's fired. So
it's a mutually agreed to part ways. And I think you said it great. Like, you can do that, but when you're an employee of a company, especially Disney, you're going to face some backlash from it. And it's kind of refreshing in a way. Not that I support him losing his job over a drunken Instagram live. And I'm not saying he should have kept his job either. I'm just thinking, like, if it was a regular employee, like a ticket taker at Disney, and he did it, he would be fired. So it's refreshing when the celebrity gets paid the same amount or gets the same punishment as the guy who doesn't matter.
Do you think he would have been fired? Because if it was just like some ticketer, I don't think anybody would have watched it. The thing was,
if anyone knew, if it was like making the rounds.
Yeah, but this became like it's Paul Pierce live smoking a cigar with strippers in the background drinking.
It was crazy. Paul Pierce has become a big part of ESPN's NBA coverage, so it's a big loss for them. And it's okay with me, though, because Paul Pierce is one of my most hated athletes. The way he left that finals game, like crying in the wheelchair, and then he came back 3 minutes later. I don't know if you know that story, but it's very famous for Paul Pierce.
But yeah, I just thought that was the fun scandal, and I thought it was weird that he got fired. I thought it was just gonna be like, okay, you're suspended for 2 weeks. Like, let's try not to do Instagram lives. You can do that all you want. Just let's not broadcast it to the world. But maybe there's some other strikes behind the scenes that we didn't see.
That's funny. That's what I had for Scandal City too.
Oh, good. Look at us. We always, I don't think anybody knows, but we always do our notes separately and then just come together and do a show. We don't
tell people how one of the most successful podcasts works, Mike.
I know. I'm sorry. What else? There's also a blog up on the Sports Hangover right now. It's the top 5 draft picks, and it's a little write-up of all of them. I'm trying some new writers on the site. So we got somebody wrote something up there if you want to check it out. The USA t-shirt, our best-selling Sports Hangover t-shirt ever, up there. Summer's coming. The Roaring 20s are coming. A lot more swag will be up there very, very soon. So everybody go to sportshangover.com. I'm going to buy the new t-shirt. I'm going to do it in a sports wicking tank top. I think will be a nice.
We have sports wiki now.
We have sports wicking. We have like Under Armour style t-shirts we can get up
Mike,
there.
stepping it up. So that's all on the sportshangover.com, all the merch. And we normally mark it toward, say, July 4th is kind of the day. And that's what Biden said is the day. Everything's going well. The vaccine rollout's going well. We're all going to be vaccinated. I got Memorial Day, Mike. We're going to be together. We're going to have a Sports Hangover themed party. Maybe we just do a meetup in LA. Like Memorial Day is our official start of summer. That's when you need your gear. So I need you guys ordering it in the next few weeks.
Okay. We'll put up, and maybe we'll put up a promo code next week. I'll get some graphics for this. So if you're ever watching, you can actually go and just like click and buy. I think you can do it on YouTube. I have no idea. There's so many things. We're trying.
We're trying.
Check out thesportshangover.com. Follow us on Instagram at the Sports Hangover. And if we don't get molested or arrested or abused, hopefully we are back next